There are a lot of fans of Star Wars now who feel it's a little too woke. Well, no shit.
Hi, this is DS Yoxheimer, and this is another edition of The Spectre, and I'm talking about Star Wars. I haven't done one of these videos in a while, so here goes. And I'm talking about the current movies and a little bit about the other films. The prequels were mostly boring and out of sync with episodes 4, 5, and 6. Chewbacca and Yoda were friends in the prequels, which were never talked about in the classic Star Wars movies at all. So I don't know why George Lucas decided to make them friends for no reason at the end of the, prequel trilogy. And, it's just never mentioned in the official timeline at all. But fuck official canon. It's the Star Wars trilogy.
Disney's trilogy at least surpasses the prequels helmed by Lucas that only kind of redeemed itself with Revenge of the Sith.
I don't really care much about the wokeness of these films. It's not like the old films weren't culturally sensitive. 1977 wasn't the most sexist, racist time in American history. And with that said, TV, films, and comics and literature and music for that matter, are under no obligation to be a PSA. I mean, most of the most popular songs and movies and TV shows are about people usually being somewhat ethically questionable. I mean, Breaking Bad was a big hit TV series, and that was about a sociopathic chemistry teacher getting millions hooked on meth while he made millions of dollars.
In the new trilogy, it has that Star Wars feel with these millennial characters performing cosplay. Luke, Leia, Han, and Chewie are reduced to almost cameos, while Rey, Finn, Poe Dameron, and Kylo Ren sort of get us through the movie.
The most disappointing part of this trilogy so far, because the new movie hasn't come out yet, was the return of Luke Skywalker in the second movie. I know he was at the end of The Force Awakens, but when he showed up in The Last Jedi and he tosses the freaking, lightsaber away, when Chewbacca and Rey find him on that remote planet somewhere in some, on uncharted part of the galaxy on that little island where all the, Jedi texts were kept. It was just such a waste. And they had that stupid scene with Yoda showing up as a Force ghost for no fucking reason other than to giggle and laugh while the Jedi texts were burning. Luke begrudgingly trains Rey to be a Jedi, even though he's completely cynical and is just, giving the fuck up. Somehow that's supposed to work. Even though Rey had Force powers in the first movie, all of a sudden for no reason, which was completely not like the other films. Or that's just, isn't how you become a Jedi usually. Somebody has to train you how to use your powers, and it was just like they didn't give a fuck. So, but it just was when Luke, that was just such a waste. It was something you waited so long for. You waited so long for Luke to return to the Star Wars movies, and then when he does come back, it is just such a disappointment. You don't even care when his character dies off.
Luke Skywalker was originally going to be a female lead, although Princess Leia was a strong female lead, even though some man-hating lady college professor probably doesn't think so. Jyn Orso from Rogue One is a strong female lead, and Rogue One is the only solid Star Wars film among the new ones. Solo was like a smoking and bandit movie in space. I don't know why they didn't devise a plot involving Boba Fett. That would have worked much better. So with The Rise of Skywalker, a title that raises a lot of questions, coming out soon, will this shore up its weak predecessors? Will the Force Ghost of Obi-Wan appear and guide these characters into an ending fit for a Star Wars film?
I know these new films weren't made for my generation because I was the generation that grew up with the original films and they were better. Um, for me, Star Wars ended here. The Empire was defeated. The galaxy was saved with the help of teddy bears with spears and slingshots. And if you didn't think that was woke enough, if you didn't think Return of the Jedi was woke enough, you name me a film where there's 100 midgets in it.
With all the negative points I've made, at least Lando Calrissian is coming back. I wonder where they run into him at, in some planet in the nostalgia system. I have a feeling Darth Vader is going to return. After all, it is the Rise of Skywalker. Thanks for watching. May the Force be with you.